U.S. health officials are getting rid of special regulations for gene therapy experiments.
They say the practice is more established and doesn't need special precautions anymore. A special oversight panel for the National Institute of Health says it will stop reviewing all gene therapy applications. Instead, the FDA will vet the experiments like it does with other treatments and drugs. Gene therapy is used to attack a genetic problem by deleting, adding, or altering DNA. And DNA is usually passed down through generations. But a recent study says it can also jump across species.
That's right. You could have some of the same DNA as an elephant. Whoa. And these non-coding DNA species invade other species' genetic material. To find out more, we talked to Yasmin Tayag from Inverse.
A new study has come out showing that humans share a lot of DNA with species ranging from plants to sea urchins and to cows. So we all know that we share like 99% of our DNA with chimps, but these are closely related species. This new discovery suggests that there was a different sort of evolution at play early on that we don't think about. So this DNA, rather than coming from parent to child and going down through a species, it seems to have hopped from a bunch of random species throughout the years and sort of inserted itself everywhere, to the point that in some mammals, almost 50% of the DNA is this so-called junk DNA that's shared by all of these other species. And this is a bit strange because this is not how we think DNA is passed on.
So of course people are going to start naming, am I similar to XYZ? So are we really similar DNA-wise to like a kangaroo or something? Is that what this is saying?
You know, we kind of are similar to kangaroos. It depends on the species, but there are two particular genes that they looked at in these studies. And they found various levels of them in the genomes of like 750 species. And while it is technically correct to say we share this DNA with, say, a kangaroo, what we don't have to worry about is that this DNA is necessarily going to do anything. So this is what we call non-coding DNA. It's just there in our genomes, but doesn't really code for proteins. It doesn't really affect our everyday existence as far as we know. Scientists are still figuring that out. But for now, it's just sort of junk information that we carry around with us as a sort of remnant of a lost time.
And you're saying it's the animals that change, not necessarily humans, or have we changed?
I don't think it's changed us at all. We're not sure what these genes do, but as far as we can tell, they're just junk. So we're just sort of carrying around these genes and not really being affected by them as far as we can tell.
I feel like this is about to spark questions like that I ask my friends, typically like not associated with the news, like if you were an animal, which animal would you be?
Like, are you related to the snake that was killed to make your dad's cowboy boots? Like,
okay.
We don't know.
How do you know about those boots? I was going
to
say I'm definitely part panda. It's there.
That's your cousin?
Mm-hmm.
Good to know. Mm-hmm. Family trees are important. If you'd like to read more about the study, you can find that article up right now on Inverse.com.